What's going on today, family? What's going on? What's going on, man? We back in this thing with another one, man. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell icon, and turn post notifications on to all. As you know, man, we got a crazy topic, man. It's man Gunna from YSL. Y'all know Young Thug's protege, huge superstar that was recently locked away for a RICO that came down on YSL. Even though this man had nothing criminal in connection to YSL, he had nothing criminal to big up that label. That's a label. That's not a gang. It's not a mob organization. It's not none of that. It's literally a group of rappers that are signed together to do music. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But they seen this man, throwing up YSL and wearing the YSL chains, and they decided to add him in on the RICO that they brought down on Young Thug. And now this man has pled guilty so that he could get out and, get back to his career. Now, it was a decent deal what they gave Gunna and his homeboy, who went ahead and accepted this plea deal. But at the very end of the day, this man did nothing wrong. It says, Atlanta rapper Gunna to be released after pleading guilty to RICO charges. Crazy, man. And we gonna go into this one in depth, man. I'm gonna give y'all all the details, so y'all go ahead and kick back, relax for a second, because we finna get deep into this one, man, and see everything that's going on around this situation. Atlanta rapper Gunna has pled guilty to racketeering conspiracy charge and sweeping gang indictment against him. Rapper Young Thug and several other alleged members of the Young Slime Life criminal street gang. Gunna, an alleged gang co-founder, pled guilty in YSL RICO case. Two co-defendants, included Atlanta rapper Gunna, have entered negotiation guilty pleas ahead of the RICO trial against the Young Slime Life gang, scheduled to start next month. The Fulton County District Attorney's Office confirmed Walter Murphy entered a guilty plea Tuesday, and Gunna, whose real name is Sergio Kitchens, entered a guilty plea Wednesday on a single count of conspiracy to violate the Racketeering Influence and Corrupt Organization RICO Act. According to court documents, Murphy was sentenced to 10 years, with one of the years commuted to time served and 9 years of probation as a part of the negotiated plea. Kitchens was sentenced to 5 years, with one of the years commuted to time served and the rest of the 4 years of his sentence suspended and subject to special conditions, including 500 hours of community service. He was required to spend 350 hours speaking to young men and women about the hazards and immorality of gangs and gang violence and the decay it causes in the community. His attorney, Steve Sato, said, "My focus of YSL was entertainment, rap artists who wrote and performed music that exaggerated and glorified urban life in the black community." Kitchen said in a statement, "I love and cherish my association with YSL music and always will. I look at this as an opportunity to give back to my community and educate young men and women that gangs and violence only lead to destruction." In a statement released through his attorney, Kitchen said he had entered an Alford plea, which is a guilty plea to the one charge against him in the indictment. He said the Alford plea was in his best interest and allowed him to maintain his innocence towards the same charge. Sato said Kitchen's sentence would be terminated after completion of his community service. He is to have no contact with co-defendants, no guns, and if called by any party during the trial, he reserves the right to assert his Fifth Amendment rights against self-incrimination. Crazy. The defense team is extremely pleased that Sergio Kitchens, better known as Gunna, was able to resolve his case on such favorable terms. Sato said in a statement, "We know Gunna looks forward to both pursuing his highly successful music career and giving back to the community in which he works and loves. A special condition of his probation is that Murphy testifies truthfully in any further trial as it may become necessary. Read, State of Georgia and the other individuals named in the indictment. Murphy, along with Atlanta rapper Young Thug, whose real name is Jeffrey Williams, and Gunna, were among 28 defendants named in the sweeping gang indictment. So Murphy has to rat. Murphy is a rat. Murphy has to give his statements. And y'all better believe that Murphy is going to give that. Murphy going to tell everything he know, because Murphy ain't trying to go back behind bars. And why do you think Murphy is getting out? You know what I'm saying? But let's keep going. Authorities say Williams and Kitchens are leaders in the gang. Attorneys for the rappers have contested the charges for months, arguing in hearings and court filings that YSL just a record label, not a violent gang. In a statement, Gunna said he joined YSL in 2016 and did not consider it a gang, and more like a common group with common interest and artist aspirations. Gunna said he has no intention of testifying during the trial. Do you hear that? Gunna has no intentions on testifying during the trial. But what did Murphy have to do? Get up there and give his statement. Gunna let them know he ain't signing no deals if it pertains to him testifying, because he does not believe in that. The man has morals. Got a lot of respect for him now. While I have agreed to always be truthful, I want to make it perfectly clear that I have not made any statements. That's 100. I have not been interviewed, have not cooperated, have not agreed to testify or be a witness for or against any party in this case, and have absolutely no intention of being involved in the trial process in any way, the rapper said in a statement. Jury selection is scheduled to start January 4th. Motions hearings are scheduled for Thursday and Monday. Hey, yeah, Gunna, he ain't playing. He said, hey, I don't want none of that on my name. Prosecutors expect to call more than 300 witnesses during the trial, which is expected to take 6 to 9 months. Murphy's lawyer, Jacoby Hudson, has stated in the past that his client was not interested in talking about Young Thug. So Murphy like, I'll snitch on everybody else, but I'm not going to snitch on Young Thug. Like, bro, what do you think that's still gonna benefit you, bro? You think, okay, this my boy, this the one with the bag. I'm not gonna snitch on him, but I'll snitch on everything else I done seen. Like, come on, bro, you still a rat. That's still bad for business. The whole case is about Young Thug. Jeffrey Lamar Williams, that's who they want. My client don't want to talk about Jeffrey Williams, Hudson said during a June bond hearing. Bro, ratting is ratting. It don't matter if you talk about Young Thug or talk about, some small fish. It don't matter. Ratting is ratting. You still ratting. You ratting to see your freedom instead of staying down and doing your time. You know how this stuff goes when you get in this industry and you get to talking about all this street stuff. They gonna come after you. That's how it goes. I don't know why you rappers act foreign to it, bruh. According to court documents, Murphy is also required to spend 300 hours of community service, with a substantial portion spent talking to young men and women at locations determined by the Fulton County District Attorney's Office about the dangers and immorality of gangs and gang violence. If Murphy completes all the conditions successfully, he has no violations of the law greater than a high and aggravated misdemeanor. His probation will be suspended after 5 years. According to court documents, Murphy is not allowed any contact with any other co-defendants on the indictment. Murphy probably don't want to have any contact with any co-defendants on the indictment because Murphy got something extra going on. He got some extracurricular activities going on, man. Y'all got to pay attention. You know what I'm saying? They say that he's a co-founder and now he's getting his stuff knocked down to a misdemeanor. Murphy is alleged to have co-founded YSL gang with Williams and co-defendant Trontavious Stevens in late 2012 in the Cleveland Avenue area. According to the indictment, Murphy has a tattoo with the letters YSL on his forehead. In an interview with Channel 2 Action News, Murphy said YSL was not a gang. It's not a gang. I would rather say it's more like a record label or a family, Murphy said. Once upon a time, I was actually a road manager on that label. According to the indictment, Murphy allegedly was involved in an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon in 2013 and attempted murder involving 4 different victims in 2015. During a bond hearing in June, Hudson said Murphy had already faced charges on those indictments and had pled guilty or guilty to reduced charges. Murphy had spent 7 years in prison on criminal street gang, aggravated assault, and aggravated battery charges from a 2015 case. Murphy was out on parole when he was named in the YSL indictment. So this should violate his parole. Murphy should be going back because, hey, that's a parole violation. You ain't supposed to be around no criminal activity whatsoever. It is very, very strict. And they do not play when you're on parole, man. Your life is theirs, man. Anything will get you to go back. Anything. Hudson told Channel 2 Action News that prosecutors tried to get Murphy to cooperate against alleged YSL members back in 2015, but wasn't interested. Murphy turned himself in June after being named in the indictment, Channel 2 reported. The guilty plea comes days after co-defendant Cordarius Dorsey was sentenced to life in prison for a 2019 DeKalb County murder. Authorities said Dorsey also held a leadership portion in YSL. Gunna, whose real legal name is Sergio Kitchens, and Young Thug, whose name is Jeffrey Williams, are two of the defendants indicted for charges in violation of the RICO Act. The indictment claims they are part of a gang known as Young Slime Life, or YSL. Prosecutors allege those names in the indictment have engaged in violent criminal activities in the city of Atlanta for years. In a statement, Gunna did not admit to guilt and claimed he was pleading guilty in his best interest. When I became an affiliate with YSL in 2016, I did not consider it a gang, more like a group of people from Metro Atlanta who had common interests and artistic aspirations. I have chosen to end my own RICO case with an Alford plea and end my personal ordeal by publicly acknowledging my association with YSL. An Alford plea in my case is the entry of guilt plea to the one charge against me, which is in my best interest, while at the same time maintaining my innocence toward the same charge. I love and cherish my association with YSL Music and always will. I look at this as an opportunity to give back to my community and educate young men and women that gangs and violence only lead to destruction. Once again, that is Gunna's statement after pleading guilty to everything that, they tried to say, which was that he was in association with YSL, which he wasn't the only one, but we're going to get into that, man. Hold on, let's finish this one out. Prosecutors claim Williams is the co-founder of the alleged street gang YSL. The indictment also gives a detailed account of various violent crimes alleged members of YSL are accused of and documents social media posts and rap lyrics by Williams that reference YSL. This is the indictment. Y'all see it right here. The state of Georgia, conspiracy to violate racketeering, influence, and corrupt organizations act, OCGA. It says Khalif Adams, aka Bobby Hunt, murder, OCG. This is all they charge. Martina Arnold, the whole racketeering situation and whatnot. Y'all see the stuff that they charge with. You got Durant A. Bebby, aka BB, aka B. Damon Blalock, aka Bali. Jarvis Bradford, aka Tuda. Justin Cobb, aka Doo-Wop. Cordarius Dorsey, aka Polo, aka Juicy, and they are charged with crimes of racketeering, murder, assault with a deadly weapon, robbery with a deadly weapon, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, possession of a firearm during commission of a felony, possession of a firearm during commission of a felony, theft by receiving stolen property, violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act, violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act, possession of a firearm by conviction of a felony. So, they just took all of these men's individual crimes, put them together, and said it was in the benefit of YSL, like they normally do. But that's the thing, man. YSL is a label. YSL is not a street gang. It has nothing to do with a street gang. Y'all gave this man, Gunna, a charge for being in association with a label. But what about Jack Harlow? I don't care what reports they put out there where they say, let's make it very clear. Jack Harlow is not in association with YSL. Yes, he is. He came out publicly, stated that he was a part of YSL, said it on tracks. Yeah, he hasn't been saying it since they have gone down because that's not smart for him to do. But we all know that he said himself that he was YSL. Come on, man. That don't make no sense. And I'm not trying to throw nobody else under the bus. It just shows, man, like, who they really after. Y'all wanted to tear these young black men down. Yeah, they was committing crimes, man. That happens. You know what I'm saying? When you got a big group of people that come together, you're going to have a few out the group who are boneheads, who do dumb stuff. But that don't mean that Young Thug and Gunna and all the rest of these dudes was calling shots and sending out plays to go do stuff in the benefit of a rap label. You know what I'm saying? This is not a gang. All of these men have their own individual groups that they associate and they affiliate with, you know? But I do feel like on the flip side, man, these rappers do a little bit too much, man. Ain't no reason why everybody in the world should know your affiliation. Ain't no reason why I should know right now that Gunna is a rolling 60 Crip. The only way I know that is because he said it and he throws it up and he, you know, bangs that. He big ups that. There's no reason why I should know that Young Thug is a blood. It's because he puts that out there. Stop doing that. Y'all are in a position where people want to tear y'all down. The police is definitely on y'all radar at all times. So you got to be smart and keep your thinking cap on 24/7. You know, if you want to ball and live life in luxury like, you know, rappers usually do, you got to be aware of what's going on. You know, it ain't illegal to be a gang member, but it is illegal to gang bang. If you're going to show the world that you are a gang member, at the very least, don't be around active gang bangers or be trying to actively gang bang. You know, all that's doing is asking for you to catch a RICO. Once you start making that kind of money, that's what they gonna throw at y'all, man. You gotta move swiftly. You got to be smart about everything you do because everything you do will get taxed. In association with that, though, man, we got YG commenting under a post about this entire situation with Gunna being released. And he blew like the smoke emoji, like the mad smoke emoji, to which Bricc Baby responds and said, at YG, what that mean? Basically trying to gas the man up about the blowing smoke emoji and making it seem like YG was mad about Gunna getting out or something. But that's not what it is, bro. You starting something that don't even need to be started, man. And this is what we talking about. This particular stuff right here that rappers do just to gain clout, just to get everybody to say, oh, you such a gangster, you such this, you such that. If you felt like you needed to check the man, you could have took that, left it off the internet. You know what I'm saying? Address that when you see him. You feel me? But YG is saying here, like he's mad about the fact that Gunna even got arrested and had to plead guilty in the first place. He's mad that Gunna has this lingering charge when Gunna didn't do anything wrong. That's what he's mad about. You're just starting stuff right now because, you know, the Draco, the ruler situation. Yeah, we know that was your partner. We know that their two camps allegedly did not like each other. But that don't mean that you come out on a post where you see dudes just went down for racketeering over this same type of rap beef BS. And now you on here, you know, stirring the pot. Stop it, dude. You know, but he took that post down eventually. Should have never said it, you know what I'm saying? But he did take his comment down. And I just want to say this before we get up out of here, man. When it comes to, you know, Gunna and the probation and going around, him and Murphy going around speaking to these kids, man, the thing is, you know, it ain't even about, like, when it comes to the gang banging, okay, I understand that, you know, the gang banging and all that, man, but YSL is not a gang. YSL is a group of men who came together, you know, with common interests, like Gunna said. They came together to do music, to do something positive. And yeah, you had a few bad seeds who done negative things throughout that. That happens. People do that, you know. But the thing is, man, what I see is they want Gunna to teach the kids not to unify. They want Gunna to teach the kids that if you come together in any way, we're going to call that a gang. And if anybody who's around y'all commits a crime, well, you know, multiple people commit crimes, then we're gonna call that racketeering, and y'all trying to big up this game. Y'all trying to big up this thing that y'all created together to accumulate wealth. We're going to take that down. Everybody's gonna go down for racketeering. Y'all gonna be in a messed up position. And that's what I see, man. You might see something different, but that's what I see at the very least from this situation with going out and speaking to the young kids, man. That's what they want him to teach them. Not to come together. Do not unify. I just don't get this, man. This whole RICO was just some flat out BS. It's just flat out BS, man. The RICO charge in general is some BS. It's not helping our communities at all. And it ain't me trying to advocate for these rappers. I'm just saying, man, y'all are taking fathers away from their kids, man. More fatherless households. Then not only that, the people that depend on them, the families they feed, now they have to fend for themselves. You're making it real tough on them, man. At the very least, the people that are going to go away for a very long time over stuff that y'all don't know for sure. This is just a way to railroad successful black men. How many white men, and it's no disrespect, but somebody, I'll do the research as well, but if you do it before me, let me know how many white men have been down on RICO acts. Then on that same note, let me know how many black men have been down on RICO acts. We need to know this. I know without even looking at the numbers that it is clear black men are leading that race. You know what I'm saying? That's clear. That's obvious. But I just want to know, because you mean to tell me that only black men do crimes as a group? Nobody else does it? Even though, in the streets, you're going to see all different type of groups. You go to jail, you're going to see all different type of groups. You're going to see the white boys over there. They got the Woodwoods, UABs, Irish mobs. They got all kind of stuff. But you mean to tell me they don't do crimes as a group? I just don't get this, man. Racketeering and RICO acts, man, like those are just ways to take black men away from the household. They still destroying our communities, man. And no, I don't agree with this. But if you stay tuned to this point of the video, I definitely love you. I appreciate you. And, the support is real with you, man. But I just had to speak my truth on here, man. So y'all let me know how y'all feel about this, man. Glad to see Gunna free. But if I'm being honest, man, it kind of feels bittersweet because I felt like the man should have never been charged with anything in the first place. But y'all let me know how y'all feel. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Ring that bell icon and turn post notifications on all. And without further ado, I'm out. All praise be to the Most High. Believe it.